Welcome to the Auto Parts Shopping Cart Introduction to Attribute Filters video. This is part 1 of a 2-video series. Today, you will be learning about attribute filters, what they're used for, and how you can set them up in your store. Attribute filters can be found by going 2 ways through search. You can shop attributes by categories. As you can see under the performance category, there's attributes running along the side like style and title, front opening, full bed, and when you click on them, the options get less and less, and so you can drill down to the product that you are looking for. Attributes can also be found under manufacturers. So if you're looking for a certain manufacturer, you can select that manufacturer. And as you scroll down on the left, you'll see the different attribute filters. So bolt pattern in the different sizes, maybe shopping by diameter or color, wheel width. And as you see, I'm clicking, my search gets smaller and smaller until I can drill down to the product that I'm looking for. There are ways in your admin backend that you can use to set up these filters. These 2 options we're going to discuss in the first part of this video is when you only need to do a couple. You will find, as you see and I demonstrate the different ways to set up your attributes, that they can be somewhat time consuming, but this is a great way to do just a couple. Start by scrolling down to the product attribute and filters in your backend. The turquoise button says Create Attribute Filters. You'll have to start by creating what we call the parent attribute filter. So go ahead and click that button, and your parent would be considered the top level. So for example, in this case, we're going to create one for materials. Materials will be our parent, and we will save it. And once we close out, we will now need to create all the filters for that parent category. So for example, you might have a material called paper. Type in paper. And you'll map it to the parent category of material in that drop down. Hit save. And you can add another filter such as chrome, and you can see that I already have material highlighted from the last time, so I'll just hit save again and close, and it will set this up on my front end. I'm going to show you that really soon. The second way to create your attribute filters is to scroll down into the product importer. We've used this before in other videos. Scroll all the way down to the very bottom until you get to that text box. You can set up your categories and filters by using that line to separate them instead of doing individually. As you can see, I copied and I pasted what I wanted to set up. And then I create the button for the genres. And please note that genres is just another way of saying attributes. You'll see it kind of thrown back and forth in the store admin. You'll select that, scroll up to the top, and you can see the tree that was created, and there you see the word genre again. So it created that parent category of materials and then all the subcategories or subfilters of the papers and the products. Now, in order to see this show up on the front end, you need to go into your products and select Manage Products, and you'll have to map these products to those filters, otherwise you won't see them. In the past, I created a manufacturer of ASP SC. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to do all the air filters that I've done in the past. So I have to scroll down after searching for my air filters, and I'll be able to see the materials and all the ones that I set up. All I have to do is click each of those square buttons, and it will map the air filters that I set up in one of my last videos to each of the materials and the product I want to match for the filters I set up. So in some cases, some might have some and some might have other materials. Then you're going to want to save and refresh your store. This allows everything to get reworked and reset up before you go back to the front end of your store to see what you have created. Now remember, I created that manufacturer back on some of those other videos, the APSC. So I'm going to go under manufacturers and use that, since that's what I mapped my air filters to. And you'll see there on the right, I'll just go ahead and click on that manufacturer. My filters are loading. And you can see there's the material and then all the filters that we created: chrome, paper, steel. And if I click on one of those boxes, you can see that it brings my product search down smaller and smaller so I can find exactly what I'm looking for. In this case, I'll show you different ways where I can unclick all of them. I get all of the air filter products back, or I can just search by a paper air filter if that's what I'd like. And so on. Thank you for watching. Good luck setting up your attribute filters.